Our next guest is Wilhelmina model and musician, Sandi Siegel. It's a pleasure having her on my show. Hi, Sandi. Sandi, I just wanted to know how you got started in modeling and as a musician, your dual careers.
Hi, it's so nice to be here with you. Thank you for having me. Music has been a long time thing. I started as a child. My mom was a concert pianist, and I listened to her play Chopin and all kinds of classical music. And then, like many of my generation, wanted to play the Beatles. So I started playing guitar. Then came Bowie, and I'm a huge progressive rock fan from the 80s. So that was my early start in music, and it's morphed over the decades, literally, into I do both yoga and contemporary music, so both of those things. As far as music modeling goes, Denver Fashion Week a year and a half ago had a casting call for models who were 50 or older. And my son had been covering Denver fashion, and I said, if I have a good hair day and my jeans fit good, I'm gonna go do that. So the goddess was good, and both things happened, and I went and got cast to walk for an amazing local designer named Steve Sells. And so I've done 4 segments for Denver Fashion Week since that time. I've been a part of other fashion shows, and I'm going to walk in Latin Fashion Week for Brooks Luby, who's another phenomenal local designer. And that's how I got started.
Being a young artist myself, it's really cool to see a woman, make it in this industry. It's so hard. What would you say is the number one thing that you struggled with the most on your journey?
Do you mean more for music-wise or just in general? Well, one of the things is ageism. And, obviously I've let my hair go natural, and people look at that and kind of want to put you in a box, especially with music. But, music, both for age and being a woman, sometimes you're moved to the back of the room, but I just don't allow for that. And luckily, I've had great collaborations with people. I'm so lucky I have people in my life who support me, both in my profession and emotionally. So finding the right community to support you is very important. People who believe in you, who cheer you on, and are honest with you as well. So it is difficult, but really the world is opening up. Social media has allowed for a lot of that. And then the population is opening to people of all ages and sizes, and voices and genres are mixing in music, which is my favorite thing. I love when somebody can really mix. So I think,
Sandi, tell me what inspires you to write music. How do you write music? And describe the type of music that you write, please.
I have a lot of inspiration from my dream world. I wake up from dreams and the lyrics come. The stories in my dreams that are very apparent. And so I write lyrics usually first, and then the music comes afterwards. I consider myself more of a lyricist than a songwriter. My band makes my music a lot better than I could ever do on my own. So that's one of the main areas. I have studied a certain philosophy in yoga for a long time, 20 years, and I draw a lot on Hindu mythology, but I bring it into the modern world. And that informs a lot of what I write for music as well. So I don't know where the music comes from. If there's anything supernatural, it's that. It's like, I just say, I don't know, somebody gave it to me. And I feel like I'm just channeling it. And so grateful for that.
Yeah, that's so powerful and really neat, because a lot of people struggle with that. So if you just let it flow and let it happen, it happens. Who's your favorite designer that you've worked with? Or what do you like to wear? What's your favorite style and designer? Do you have any?
It depends on the day. I love rock and roll. I love rock and roll. So some days it's going to be pleather and ripped jeans. And some days it's going to be the first designer I work for, Steve Sells here, and he makes beautiful, flowy, hand-dyed garments. I am a huge fan of Armani in the bigger picture. Everything that I see that comes out of that house, I have messaged them and say, you need to hire a mature model. I want to work for you. So there's so many great designers in Denver. People who have been around for a while, new designers. I've worked for both Gino Velarde, who's been here forever, Steve Sells, Brooks Luby, and then new and up-and-coming designers, Dark Moth Industries. She is a young woman who really, I don't know how to describe her clothes, so it really depends on the day.
So you have two creative passions. You have modeling and music. Is there something that do you prefer one over the other, or do you just like them both?
Some days I like them both. Some days I don't like them. No, I love them. They both push me into new places that I never thought I'd go. I never thought I'd be modeling at almost 60, or I have this space in my life right now after my 3 children are grown to create. And of course, as I spoke earlier, it's about collaboration. So more so, I look to that. And when the collaboration is just right, it is such a joy. There's so much beauty and joy in it. So it happens both in the modeling and music. It depends on the day again. I'm moody, I guess.
You are truly inspiring. Yes, thank you so much. And where can we find you on social media?
I have 2 websites, Sandi Siegel, SandiSiegel.com. That's my contemporary music and modeling. I also do Vedic and Sanskrit chanting, and that's Shakti Sandi, SHAKTISANDI.com. And on Instagram, I'm SANDI_Siegel.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you. Anything else?
Oh, thank you, Sandy. Thank you so much for being on the show. I have one more question there for you. Could you just let us know what instruments you play?
I play guitar and piano. Those are my 2 main writing and performing instruments. For yoga music, I play something called the harmonium. It's a very simple keyboard that is air over reeds. But piano and guitar, I started on piano, and I write on both. It depends on what the song needs. Some of my songs are more folky, and they tend to be better on guitar. And then piano, and I have a fantastic keyboard, so I do a lot of synthesizer work and things like that. I want to thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.